I keep wondering if global warming is really a thing. Because the world is cold as ice and the people living in it seems we are going far from kind. At times, I watch the news at 9, and there is no denying that it bears grim tales that could bring tears to every single eye. Smiles have lost their way to many faces. Eyes see reason to be teary on a daily basis. Catastrophes may plague us, but none is as disastrous as hate is. As a child, I could open arms wide to receive another child until society asked me why. And if I asked why not, I might be told that they're not of my blood, they don't serve my God, their place is not where I'm from. As children, we could open arms wide till we were given lenses that distorted our sight. Lenses that shrunk our similarities and magnified our differences. Lenses that twisted our vision, so we do not see that irrespective of race, gender, tribe, or religion, other humans are like us with goals, dreams, and ambitions. Lenses that will not let us see that everyone with a skin can bleed, everyone with a heart can grieve. Irrespective of diversity, uncertainty never packs its bags to live. And so we all need hope, we all need faith, because life can be laced with pain. And anyone could use an umbrella in the rain. Our differences do not make that change. See, we could point out problems and figure out technological means to solve them, but hate is not one of them. Because prejudice permeates technology. Even on the internet, I must tread cautiously, or a cyberbully could come for me. I have come to note that where hate is poison, love is the antidote. For in a cold, cold world, love hands us a coat. Love is a warmth. Love helps us to cope. Love gives us a first-hand clue that someday we could need a hand too, that we have our differences, but humans are not taboos. Hate is the real enemy. We should stay away from that, dude. I hear stitch in time saves 9. I see our world is injured and is bleeding. Can we all save it in time? Make it a better place for us to live in? If to one person you can be kind, you would have done our injured world a little stitching. You can let a young kid know that if he can help every man, thief, Yoruba, Idoma, or Igbo, if he can embrace everyone, Caucasian or Negro, he beyond doubt is truly a hero. I may have no power to walk on water. I have no magic wand. I am not Harry Potter. There might not be numerous solutions I can proffer, but if there's love in my heart, please say of me that I have the greatest superpower. And if there's love in your heart, I will say of you that you have the greatest superpower.
Hello, my name is DK Chukwumerije, and I am the Programs Director of the Abuja Literary Society, the organization hosting this festival. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are, whoever you are, one thing is certain. If you are listening to this, then no matter your faith or ethnicity, race or nationality, gender or sexuality, you and I have something in common. For you could be anywhere else, listening to anything else, but you are here. This fact that we both share an interest in the arts, in creativity, is not always written on our faces. It may not be evident when we walk past each other on the street or sit across from each other on the bus. You may not see it in the way we style our hair or the sorts of clothes we wear. The fact that I can hold poetry under my tongue or stand in front of a painting and lose myself in its meaning is not something you can decipher from the color of my passport. The color of my skin will not tell you anything about the things my heart prioritizes, for time is a finite resource. And I tell you, the character of my hair, whether it is knotted or straight will not tell you anything about how I choose to spend my time. If you do not ask, if you do not search, if you do not strike up a conversation with me in which you are prepared not just to speak, but also to listen, then you will never know that you and I have something in common. This is the art of empathy. To strike up conversations in which you are prepared to listen. To hold your hands up and say, hold on, to that mainstream mob, baying for the blood of that individual with a contrary opinion or lifestyle, to hold your hands up to that mob and say, hold on, let's hear her out first. It is empathy that wants to read the stories of the migrant, of the nonconformist, of the other. It is empathy that wants to hear the voices from across the river, from across the divide of tribe and tongue. It is empathy that wants to see the mother of the enemy as she sits, like any other mother, in the darkness of her bedroom, praying for the safety of her child. Yes, it is empathy that knows that the blood that runs through the veins of the Christian is red like the blood that runs through the veins of the Muslim. It is empathy that understands that a woman who has paid the same price as a man to earn a qualification and gain employment wants to be judged, not by the size of her hips or the bounce of her breasts, but by the work of her hands. It is empathy that recognizes the common threads in every story, how we start, then stumble, the struggle to find ourselves, the strain of reaching for our dreams, the sadness of defeat, the sweetness of success, the fear of being misunderstood, rejected, or forgotten. It is empathy that accepts that there is no belief or ideology a man or woman can hold that should ever be used to justify denying them their basic humanity. You see, like extremism, empathy has less to do with your beliefs and more to do with how you think those who do not share your beliefs should be treated. Whether you will show your captured enemy the same grace that you would want shown to you if you were captured by your enemy. This is not a postmodern invention. In a world characterized from birth by diversity, the need for empathy is as old as the hills. It is why we tell stories. It is why we have always told stories. For by humanizing the things we do not understand, we overcome our fear or our revulsion towards them. Like this, we gave the ocean human feelings so we could sail through her. We gave the wind a playful personality so we could fly. We call mountains by native names, describing them as brooding, so that in talking to them, sometimes in praying to them, we find the strength to surmount them. Stories bring the things that are distant within reach. They make the things that are strange familiar. They make us see connections between things we always thought were unconnected. This is the power of a story. This is the power of art. In this festival, therefore, we will be celebrating art in its most primordial role as a bridge builder, as a powerful tool for helping the North see itself in the South, helping the Muslim see himself in the Christian, helping the white see herself in the black, helping the man see himself in the woman. So prepare yourself, for you will hear and see things that you do not like or agree with. Do not call the festival organizers to complain, for that is the point of this festival. To challenge you, to put you in the shoes of points of view you do not see eye to eye with, to remind you of the need to accommodate difference and tolerate divergence, to inspire you with visions of what the world could be if we lived and let live. For ultimately, we must all remember this, that whatever is mainstream today began life in the shadows. Whatever is center stage today began its career in the corner. And if someone, somewhere, had not one day given what was unheard of a chance to be heard, it would not today be the norm. For this reason, we must always remain open to voices from the margins, for they have proved so many times in the past to be prophetic. So, on behalf of the Abuja Literary Society, I welcome you to ALITFEST. We invite you to experience it with your heart, to follow your intuition, to make new connections, and to allow the festival, wherever it does, to make you introspect and question. Have fun.
We are slaves of desires, caged in our hearts, hearts that cannot feel, that cannot yearn to reach out, to explore, to spread its wings and give comfort, hearts without a purpose. The story of a man remains untold, of a man that lived, a man who walks into heads like a bride on the owl, anxious but determined. He is like a wanderer in the desert, anticipating for the best, yet prepared for the worst, for a day or two in heads, for long walks in shoes that doesn't fit his enormous feet. Yet his ability to slip into them with ease was never a mystery, for he had a driving force and his name was empathy. Empathy lived. In hearts, in mind and brains and emotions, he was there. At the shore, on the land and in the space, he was there. On your worst days, his feet were ever ready to slide into your shoes, to feel it too. His arms so ready to engulf you, to caress you, to give you a sense of belonging. And even on days the monsters under your bed crept out, he held you tight. He looked into your eyes and whispered, I understand. I can feel it too. Empathy lived, but empathy left. Empathy left when we stripped our empathy-woven clothes and fed it to the flames and danced to its cries and stained our feet with the ashes, when all we should do is breathe life into it, because at this point, all humanity needs is empathy.